Let's now take you to Midrand, where 3 people have been arrested during a drug bust. Our reporter Nqobile Madlala is with the JMPD and joins us now. Nqobile, I believe the arrest is the result of a month-long investigation.
Well, at this point, we are here with the MMC of Safety, and at this point, he is submitting the evidence that was found during the drug bust. And I want to show you what's just taking place right behind us. And this is the evidence that, of course, has been taken to the police station. We know that 3 people have been arrested for what you see right in front of us. And, of course, we are going to ask the MMC to explain further what is it that we see here. MMC, we can see the evidence, but what is it?
This is what is perceived as the crystal meth, but it's going to be taken to the lab so that it can be tested. Don't make any the excuse or maybe an error of saying that it is the crystal meth, because it's not going to be admissible in court. So they're going to be taken for lab analysis so that it can be a process. So it's a crystal meth. It can make you not to be awake for the next 72 hours. It can, and the way that it's so dangerous that we've heard that when people they want to kill people and want to rob, they start actually taking this thing here. So yeah, so we've got the crystal meth, got some other pills that is there. Probably this is about, I mean, if you look at this thing here, this amount here, these ones here, this can be about 30 rand on the streets. So yeah, so probably you're looking at about 100,000, something like that. I'm not sure, but this is quite a lot. I think about 100,000 or so.
MMC, this was a drug bust. How many people were arrested and why?
There are 3 people that have been arrested, foreign nationals. That's like coming from Nigerians. They've been known as the kingpins of Midrand. They are the drug dealers, and we've been having an undercover scouting like spooks around the area. They've been following them for about 2 months. So we've actually mapped out their way and who's coming to collect, who are they selling to, and today it was the takedown. So yeah, so they've actually been here. Sometime we've been following them. Like any other areas, like we're going to move to Hillbrow as well. We've been following a lot of people from Hillbrow. We've been following them at the Kensington, and also in Soweto. So it's part of the Operation Vaporize. It has begun again. We saw today that Jaka is in. The chief of police is in, so it must just ensure that administration is proper. You can continue with the other operation like your by law enforcement and all of that. This one is by the elite unit of JNPD, Tactical, TRU, and K9. So we've got leads, about 20 leads now that we're actually going to follow up. Probably tomorrow or Saturday, but it's going to be an element of surprise.
So all 3 of these individuals were involved in drug?
Yes, they were. They were actually found red-handed with the drugs there as well. So they're coming from Nigeria, so we're going to process them. We've actually reported this to the Major General Tombeni. He's actually helping us quite a lot, quite a lot. And yeah, so we're actually going to process them. And JMPD is going to take these case numbers. We're going to follow them up. This is actually one of the cases because most of the people that we arrest, we find out the following day they're actually on the streets.
And it's interesting that you're including the police on this MMC, because we saw the phone that also had some numbers of the police.
Look, it's quite a sensitive matter. I'd like to refer that to the provincial commissioner, but there are some disturbing names that are found there as well. So it's quite disturbing. Why would a drug dealer have the numbers of law enforcement and also some people in the courts? So it's quite disturbing, but that one is actually some matter that the police will actually have to deal with. We've submitted the evidence, everything, but we just saw missed calls on the drug dealers. But I did report it to the leadership that this is something. The leadership, they said no, they will take it forward.
Yeah. And just lastly, the investigation has spent over 2 months, you say?
Yeah. We actually, the drug lords are quite. Very tactical, and they change their tactics on a daily basis. So you need to establish a pattern That's why sometimes when you want to do the drug busting, you find that they're not there anymore because they might have had remember the drug dealers have their own counter intelligence. So we have our own intelligence. We have an intelligence on top of their intelligence, and then intelligence on top of our intelligence, and the ultimate one, the one who's watching everyone. So this one, we've been profiling them for a very long time, but 2 months or so. And the other areas like in your CBD, we're coming for them there as well. We know their moves. And also in Hillbrow. Hillbrow is actually, it's quite a hot spot. And then there is another drug manufacturing area in the areas of Soweto and all of that. But we've been plotting it and everything. We're coming for actually them. So this elite unit is under JMPD, but I'm talking to certain individuals within SAPS because this must be an element of such a surprise. We did tell the powers that be that this is an operation. Can it be kept very secret because we don't want any of this information to leak. And indeed it did not leak. And we thank you very much for those individuals that we have spoken to SAPS. Hence, we've got this, the success of this nature.
All right. Thank you very much, MMC. So that's the evidence right there, Vuyo, that we're talking about. We're told it is crystal meth, but we're told that the lab, of course, will confirm that it is, but it's suspected to be that some of the money also that was found, as you can see. We also know that there is phones that were also found, and there's some of the pills that are also found. So the evidence, as you can see, being booked in right there by an official. And we understand that the MMC is also here to sort of give more details in terms of what happened during this drug bust. So we are hearing from the MMC that more drug busts are going to take place, and of course in areas like Hillbrow, which we're hearing that they are going to be pouncing in those areas, Soweto as well, to ensure that this doesn't end up on the street.